Looks like we're live.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I am so excited to join you today with the RA Warrior, Ashley. Nicole, I am Katina Morrison. We are both the president and the vice president of Inflamed Sisters Thriving, and we are going live today to let y'all know we don't hide, we thrive together. And how do we do that?
We
Through
thrive together always.
exactly. We thrive together always. But one of the things that we do as well is by providing you all resources, community, as well as providing you with health equity alliances through the patient advocacy work that we do individually. So I want you all to come into the room, and when you come in to the room, make sure that you share this live with with others. Make sure that you like, and also please feel free to share your comments in the chat as well. We're currently streaming live on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube, powered by StreamYard, one of the programs that I use to not only stream live, but also to record podcasts. So I'm going to show y'all how to use this platform just by what we're doing today. So, Ashley, tell the
Yes.
people about you, introduce them to you.
Well, hello, Rise Up Warriors. I am Ashley Nicole. I am the founder, autoimmune health coach of RA Warrior Fitness, where the mission is to empower women living with rheumatoid arthritis and other autoimmune conditions to reduce joint discomfort and increase energy, and to just overall improve your quality of life through faith, food, and fitness. And I am just so grateful to be here with you all tonight with our amazing president, Katina Morrison. She caught the vision. Gosh, what has it been? Three years ago now with Inflamed Sisters Thriving. What started as a podcast turned into a whole community. A whole community, a sisterhood. And so we are excited to share with you this evening our upcoming fourth annual Inflamed Sisters Thriving Summit and Gala. The theme this year is Thrive in Your Skin, and we are ready to do just that. So happy to be here tonight.
Exactly. I'm so glad that we could come together because the truth is we have not went live in a long time, sis.
Yeah,
And
only been about a year.
anyone who is using social media as a platform to educate others, to advocate, or to just share their resources or for their businesses, y'all got to go live sometimes. You got to let the people know what is going on, and they really want to see you live and in person. And so that's what we like to do, and that's what we're going to go back to doing a little bit more often. Actually, what, 3 years ago or four? What year is this? We started in
This is
2020. We met
this
each other in 2021
Yes, 2021 through Instagram. And
through
then we met in
Instagram.
person in 22. And yeah, like the rest is history.
Yeah, we've been the RA sisters
Yeah.
since then. So
Uh-huh.
it's like it's in that's what social media can help us do even as warriors. It's able to help us to connect with even people who become our best friends, who become our family.
Mhm.
20 since 2021, and I actually, the first live that I believe we both did, or this my second live, her first live was in July of 2021.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that we came back together, and I'm even more excited to be on the platforms. It's good to see it can be joined. Indigo Wellness also joined. Welcome you all. Like I said, we're streaming across multiple platforms, and I actually have it added to your platforms as well. So in your
Mhm.
system, you'll be able to see comments coming through too. So thank you all for joining. And like I said, like, share, let the people know, and feel free to put comments in. So I'm a registered nurse by trade. I don't know if a lot of people know that. Some may not, because I haven't been in these Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube streets as often as I should be. So one of the things is I'm a registered nurse, and as a registered nurse, I decided to start my platform because I saw so much misinformation on social media. And I too live with multiple chronic illnesses, which is why we're hosting the Inflamed Sisters Thriving, Thrive in Your Skin Summit and Gala that's taking place August 1st through the 2nd. This is actually our fourth annual event. And as someone who lives with the conditions, but also professionally understands how the body functions and how it works, I also understand sometimes, even if you know everything, even if we know things, it's still a struggle living with multiple chronic illnesses. I have rheumatoid arthritis, as well as I live with hidradenitis suppurativa. I also live with eczema and psoriasis myself too, along with a host of other conditions, migraine disorders. It's a different one every day that's coming, y'all. But the point is, I want us to be the model of you can still thrive despite living with health conditions like we do, and you can also help others to do so. You don't have to be defined by the conditions you live with, and you still can make an impact. And it does not have to be on what you see as a grand scale. Starting with just one conversation that can encourage others can make a difference. What do you think about that, Ashley?
Yes, I absolutely agree 100%. Community is certainly something that has become so important to me over the past few years, especially since you and I connected and seeing our community grow. You just never know what people are going through, what they're dealing with. And a lot of times people suffer in silence. They think that they are alone. And, we started using our platforms to share the things that we go through, and that really let people know that they're not alone. And I think that's very important in hosting events like this, is to bring communities together so that they can connect with other people who truly understand. Because it's so easy for us to have conversations with people and say, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. But do you really? Unless you have gone through it yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
so you mentioned your condition. So I have rheumatoid arthritis, eczema, and also a touch of psoriasis as well. The eczema started when I was, gosh, a baby. A baby. Like my mom would tell me stories about how she would just cry, just not knowing what to do because I would just scratch all the time until I bled. So like this has been happening my whole life, my whole
Yeah.
life. And I know I went through a period, especially coming up through elementary and middle school, where I didn't know if it was possible to thrive in my skin, because it really did something to my confidence. And I just felt so insecure all the time. But when you know better, you do better. And as you grow and mature and start to realize how important it is to love yourself where you are, and that in itself helps to also increase that confidence. And once I started getting treatment for my eczema and it started clearing up, it really just kind of opened up a whole new world for me. But it is something that even to this day I have to be mindful of. But now I know my triggers, so that's another opportunity in being with a community, is talking to other warriors and really just being educated on what the triggers could be, which for a lot of people it's stress, it's food,
Mm-hmm.
inflammatory foods. And so it can be a number of things, but everyone is different. That is one major thing I've learned, that, there is no one size fit all. We all have different triggers. We are all in different phases of what our conditions are. But at the end of the day, it's just so so amazing to be connected with people who truly understand and who get it. So,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
I completely agree. And you saw how y'all got that education in there. Not only did she share her personal experience, but on top of that, she also shared what she's learned through her journey. And I think that's also why it's so, no, I know that's why it's so important for us to build community and
Mm-hmm.
to support each other, because it's just conversations like these that can open people up to knowing not only can they thrive, but things that have changed, the progression that you've went through. I spoke with a father yesterday, someone who is likely going to be our photographer at the Inflamed Sisters Thriving Summit Gala on August 1st and 2nd in Lakeland, Florida, y'all, at the Junior League of Greater Lakeland. So I spoke to him. I was a speaker at an event that was hosted by the Florida Association of Dermatology, and he was the photographer and videographer at that event.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and we spoke for a significant length of time, but he was like, before you get off the phone, I have to tell you this. Um, Thank you for your transparency. Thank you for being vulnerable enough to share your story, because his son has eczema. And he said it was when I told him my personal journey with hidradenitis suppurativa, eczema, psoriasis, when I shared that at that particular event, that it let him know that it's not just eczema, that it
Mm-hmm.
really is a painful condition, and
Yeah.
that he and his wife should not give up, and that he shouldn't minimize what his son is experiencing. Because
Mm-hmm.
I spoke about my own personal journey where I had my family members didn't really understand my condition enough, or how challenging it was for me, especially hidradenitis suppurativa.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one time I was like, one of my relatives was supposed to pick me up from school because I was in so much pain. But they're like, the house is only 5 minutes away. Literally passed me and said, you can walk. And I had to walk home in all that pain, along with the endometriosis pain that I was experiencing that day. And we have to make it clear to our children that their pain matters.
Yeah.
And that they can come to us and let us know what they're going through, and we have a level of compassion and empathy that will let them know that they're not alone, and that we're going to do the best that we can to support them. So that's what I shared. And he was like, it just changed it ever since that event. He has been, him and his wife have been putting in the work to make sure that they do everything they can to make their son as comfortable as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
you never know, especially as patient advocates, when you share your story, you can literally change lives. You can actually help
Mm-hmm.
others to thrive, and not just an adult, but you can help parents to help their children to thrive as well. So I just I was I just actually learned that experience yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. And it really just brings to mind for me that a lot of times what we go through is not just for us. It's not all about us. I honestly feel like God uses us and what we go through to
Mm-hmm.
truly help other people. He knows how much we can bear, what we can carry. We're not called warriors for nothing. All right. And so I feel like he really uses what we're going through to help other people. And when we continue to be vulnerable and transparent and share, it truly does make a difference in more people than we think. Some people may or may not let us know, hey, what you said, you sharing your story really made a difference in my life. Like, I got a feeling there are a lot of people that don't even tell us that, but it doesn't matter. Because we shared our story, that's all that matters. And certainly knowing that someone else's life has been impacted by it. So Absolutely. We should continue to share our stories because we all have one.
True. And
Mhm.
that's an important thing to let people know. You have a platform, a free platform, and this
Mhm.
platform opens you up to larger platforms. But even just here, telling your story and being vulnerable and transparent about your experiences with conditions that we've talked about, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus,
Mhm.
um, hidradenitis suppurativa, as well as psoriasis, eczema,
Mhm.
telling those stories, saying their journeys, talking about what you've experienced, talking about things that have helped you in your journey, is use this platform to do just that, because we can definitely change lives. But the other thing we can do is build community, like
Mhm.
Ashley and I have been able to do. Ashley and I built community together just from us meeting on Instagram in 2021. And what's this? It's 4 years later. We in
Yeah.
2026.
Uh-huh.
And it's we're still in this together. So I want
Mhm.
to also welcome Weir Loom for joining. I believe that product is one of our vendors at the event, at the Inflamed Sisters Thriving Summit and Gala, that's occurring August 1st and 2nd in Lakeland, Florida. If you all want to learn more about that event, please go to our Instagram, Facebook, all of them. You can click on the link in the bio. Even on LinkedIn, we have an event page that's under
Mhm.
our Instagram, under our Inflamed Sisters Thriving platform. But all across social media, Inflamed Sisters Thriving, go to that link in your bio, and there you'll learn how you can either support the event, attend the event, or how you can also vote for our Inflamed Sisters Thriving Awards. So, yeah, y'all, guess what? We have the Inflamed Sisters Thriving Awards. We've had this this is our fourth annual time that we've had the award. Actually, y'all, they surprised me at the first event in 2022. And I was the first Inflamed Sisters Thriving of the
Mhm.
year. It was an award that was presented to me, and we just kept it going. Ashley was
Mhm.
actually our second year.
Mhm.
And then our third year, we had Shakira as our patient advocate of the year. If y'all don't know
Mhm.
her, you got to go to it. I believe it's Bow to My HS
ATS
Heart.
card. Mhm.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
it's her. So she was our patient advocate of the year. Dr. LaShawn was and she's in the audience. Welcome, Dr. LaShawn. She
Hey,
was our
Doc.
Inflamed Sister of the year. And then last year, the nonprofit of the year was who?
Was it Hearts of Valor?
Yes, Hearts
Yes.
of Valor was our
Mhm.
nonprofit of the year. So we're keeping that going. But this year, instead of us choosing who to award and deciding amongst our board of directors, we are leaving it to the community to decide, and we're turning it into a fundraiser for IST Scholarship Fund. So our Inflamed Sisters Thriving Scholarship Fund is the way that we were able to award 10 warriors this year, either flight and or hotel accommodations this year, to attend the event. So many warriors are on disability or have financial challenges. So we wanted to create this fund as an opportunity to help to reduce the challenges they face and to make it possible for them to be in the room they deserve to be in at the Thrive in Your Skin Summit and Gala on August 1st in Lakeland, Florida. So the IST awards this year, as I mentioned, we allowed the community to nominate, and now the community is voting. And every dollar that is donated goes into our scholarship fund, and each dollar is a vote. Hey, girl, hey. There's LaShawn there. So if you go to the link in my bio, in the Inflamed Sisters Thriving bio, you're going to see where it says vote IST Awards, and then you'll be able to see the 9 warriors that were nominated this year to receive the award at the Inflamed Sisters Thriving Summit and Gala. And I was just surprised at not only the number of nominees, but that we were able to expand our territory and learn about so many other warriors that are doing so much in the patient advocate streets. What did you think about it, Ashley?
Yeah, I think it is phenomenal. First of all, the way that we're doing the voting this year, it really is a great way to not only fund the scholarship fund, but to also bring the spotlight on these amazing warriors who are really, really making waves in the community. And I really love that they're being spotlighted in this way. And truly, it's just a way for, again, people to become more aware of who these people are, and also to let others know that they can come to the forefront and also be advocates. Like, if you've got something that you're passionate about, and like I said, we all have a story, you can certainly be an advocate, and it can be at whatever level that you're comfortable with. But I've just honestly enjoyed seeing the nominees so far, just seeing their journey, especially Parrish. Like, I remember when Parrish first started advocating, and just seeing where he is now, just over the last year, the growth has just been tremendous. And I just love to see it. And it's certainly, he changing lives. They out here changing lives, literally, with the work that they're doing. So I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I met a lot of I've had the privilege, because of the patient advocacy work that I do, to be able to have met many of the warriors over the past 3 years at the events, but also not just meet them, stay in contact. Building community means you actually connect with people, build relationships with people, and those relationships have flourished into not only friendships and partnerships. It's also flourished into other opportunities. Connecting our nonprofit with resources that we didn't have before, and then others, they learn about our resources. I actually came in contact with some advocates that were like, "Are you really going to do this? Like, what do you want in return if you're doing this?" And I'm like, "No, we're doing this from the bottom of our heart. Like,
Yes.
we find this as a privilege to be able to help you with your flight, to fly you out, to help to provide you with your hotel accommodations." Like, this was also the first year that our travel advisor, who is also on our board of directors, was able to get 3 of our rooms actually donated to us. So 3 of those 10 rooms were actually donated by Hyatt Place in Lakeland. Now, can you imagine? That's a big thing. How many nonprofits that don't even think to ask about it, but would love the option for at their event. So when you're planning your next event and you're reaching out for discount codes for your hotels, nonprofits, please, 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 please ask the hotel, are they willing to contribute rooms for the warriors or patient advocates that attend. That's how we were able to get 3 of our 10 rooms, because we don't have a large budget, y'all. But we even with the smallest budget, we are able to create and to do mighty things. And I think that's also a part of advocacy and your journey that people need to recognize too, is that it doesn't have to always be extravagant, etc. If you start small, you can build upon that, or small might be the best thing for your mental health and wellness, because you might be an introvert and be like, "Listen, I don't need all of this to be sharing all this energy on a regular basis." That's why I will attend other events, but I'm very very strategic about our events too, how often I do it, how often I travel, because it can affect your energy.
Oh
Look,
yeah.
Gerald, my friend Michi, Misia, Gerald Misia, you teaching good. Hey girl, how you doing? It's good to see you. So y'all definitely know you have to start somewhere and be willing to take those steps. If it's just here, if you have a nonprofit, don't be afraid to ask for things that you think someone is not going to give you. When you are doing things with the right heart, and when you are giving because that's in your heart, you're passionate about doing so to help others, you'll be surprised what comes to you, what opportunities will arrive. So Jeremesia also has a nonprofit too. Put the name of the nonprofit in the chat, sis, so that they can learn about it. She's based in Atlanta, Georgia. I met her at a patient advocate event as well in Atlanta, and we have been friends since then as well. I met who you see on here is Dr. LaShawn OBGYN. She a whole doctor, y'all, and on social media as well. And we've been when she is she's the medical director on our board of directors. So when you're starting nonprofits too, you're like, how am I going to build my board of directors, y'all? You got a network right here that can help you to establish that. So I want to thank Set Your Mood LLC for joining. I also want to thank Voices Navigated for joining. That is Jeremesia's nonprofit too. There we go. Thank you, sis, for bringing it in. What I want y'all to do too is click the link that is above my head. There is a carrot or an upside down arrow that you may see. When you're in Instagram, that's how you're able to view who is watching and you can follow each other. That's also a way that you can build community and reach out to the people. Put a little comment in their box. Ashley, isn't that how you found me?
See, we go back and forth about this. I'm pretty sure you slid in my DM first, but maybe I slid in yours first. I don't know. But either way, one of us saw someone that looked like ourselves and was like, oh my gosh, she's using her platform to educate the people about chronic illness. We need to connect. And that's literally how it all started.
Yeah,
literally. Yeah.
And that's history. Like, we're going down in the history books as a result of Ashley sliding up in my DMs that day. She was like, let me see what this sister over here is doing, okay, so that we can become RA sisters. But literally, we really don't know who reached out to who first. All we know is when we did reach out to each other, we were sisters right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, sis, when we went live for the first time, something happened and it didn't record, and like we literally did it over again.
Yes, had raised all of this, like everybody was just excited. Like we had like over 40 people that joined or something. It was so many people that had joined that live. But something happened. You can know what happened. Teresa called and it just wiped out everything in Instagram from that call coming through. So anybody who knows who's here, if y'all know, Teresa is my sister, but she's also our event coordinator. But like, she was calling to tell me how proud of me she was, and then I looked at the phone and I was like, oh Lord. I called Ashley and I was like, Ashley, I can't believe this. We did all that crying. We were sharing our journeys, and then boom, had to do it all over. Well, we chose to do it all over again.
Did, and it was good.
It was really good live the second time around.
We did. Yeah, but we got it.
It's hilarious. But we wanted to come to y'all today mainly to continue to raise awareness for our Summit Gala that's taking place Inflamed Sisters Thriving, Thriving Your Skin Summit and Gala. Our nonprofit, our goal and our mission is to empower people to thrive who lives with, especially those who live with autoinflammatory, autoimmune diseases, to thrive personally and professionally with trusted resources, with community, which we've talked about a lot here, and with health equity alliances. And part of how we've been able to do that is also through our IST Awards. Click on the link in our bios. It'll take you to the IST Awards, where you'll be able to vote for this year's Patient Advocate of the Year, Inflamed Sister Thriving of the Year, and Nonprofit of the Year. So I'm just going to name off, and when you go to the main one, you're going to hit more details. That's where you learn about the purpose of the IST Awards and the scholarship fundraiser. It supports, it provides scholarships for personal and professional development. This year, we've already provided personal and professional development for more than 20 patient advocates. It sponsors social media, blog, podcast trainings for warriors ready to share their voice. That is taking place Q4 of this year. We're initiating that, where everything we've learned about podcasting, about blogging, about social media, and how you can use it to increase your voice. You'll be able to, warriors will be able to apply for scholarships to be able to join that program. And we'll have 10 warriors that will join our first cohort. It will strengthen patient advocacy skills through training and mentorship. We've done that, and we continue to do that, mentoring, sharing, like I said, what we've learned. Also, I got my MBA this year in February and graduated. So part of what I've learned through my master's program of business administration, I'm incorporating that into our programs. Helps to cover hotel and accommodations for patient advocates, which we were able to do 10 this year. We donate booth fees to help warriors share their products and services. We've awarded 4 of those scholarships already this year, and we've been doing that on a regular basis. Even Ashley, where you live at in Dallas, we've awarded it multiple times. If we're not going to be there, someone's going to be there in our place. So nonprofits, if you're having events, let us know. We buy booths and we give that to others who are selling products and services, even if we aren't able to set up, or we buy an extra one to help someone else, even if we're there. And then helps to expand community resources that help warriors to thrive year round. So that is what your vote for each of those nominees does. $1 equals 1 vote. And then that dollar helps us to keep providing services free for our patient advocates, who we want to continue to grow that community and help them to thrive. So Ashley, you already told us you're one of your favorites.
Yes, I did.
And that is
Parrish Armstead.
All right. So yes. Parrish Armstead is an HS warrior who is the who created and also a rap artist who created the song HS Truths that was powered by Insight. What you had to say? What you said, Ashley?
I said that's the anthem, the HS anthem.
Exactly. And not only that anthem is, when you listen to the words of the song, it reads across what we've experienced across multiple health conditions, that feeling of loneliness, that feeling of the pain that you're having to endure, the feeling of am I going to make it? But then the power of community. And in his song, he says, "We rise." And that's part of one of your things. What is it?
Yeah, Rise Up Warriors.
Exactly. Look at
Rise
that.
Up Warriors. And then when he starts, every time he starts a video, he said, "What up, Warriors?" And I say Rise Up Warriors. So I think that's why I resonate so much with him, because it's like we here. And I tell him all
Yeah.
the time, I'm like, "You like my brother. Like he just family, we just clicked." So yeah.
Y'all, these two are going to meet at the
Yes, for
Inflamed
the
Sisters
first
Thriving
time.
Summit Gala.
So excited.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
there will be tears, y'all. There will be
Yeah, I
hugs.
already told him, I was like, "Parrish, I already know I'm gonna cry. Like, I already know. So just be prepared."
Yeah. Our warrior cries, y'all. Okay, so don't be
I do.
y'all don't even warriors shed tears too. Okay, so don't
We
don't
do.
don't don't think don't look down on letting them tears flow, y'all, when you need them to, because
Mhm.
Ashley and Parrish are about to have a sister and brother, moment. So we also have, and so he's in the Patient Advocate of the Year category. We also have Crystal Moore. Crystal Moore is also an HS warrior.
Love her.
She embodies a powerful blend of professional discipline, because y'all don't know, this girl has had some careers, okay, careers and
Mhm.
journeys. She's an actor. You know
Mhm.
what? I'm not going to run down everything about her, y'all, because y'all will read it all. And then sometimes you be telling people business, and you got to make sure you're not telling what is not supposed to be told.
Right.
And y'all know
Tina
I
get to
talk too much
talking.
sometimes. I'd be telling that I slip up and tell something I ain't supposed to tell. So I'm gonna watch that. But through sharing her story, uplifting others, and showing up with courage and grace, she strives to inspire hope and remind people that a diagnosis does not define their future. That is a part of her bio that you'll see in the fundraiser as well. So click the link in the bio, hit the IST Awards, but go back and hit the Summoning Gala too, to taking place August 1st. The only time you're going to know, the only chance of seeing who won is if you attend the event, and you only got a week and a half to do that. So y'all, the time is running out. Um,
Yeah.
the next patient advocate is Angelica Mendoza. I've got to update that. Angelica Mendoza is the next one. She is an HS advocate, and she has Purple Talk on TikTok. I've also met her at many patient advocate events, and through sharing her story, uplifting others, and showing up with courage and grace, she strives to inspire hope and remind people that a diagnosis does not define their future.
I know that's right.
Clock that, clock that, clock that, clock that. That was powerful.
Yeah, it was.
So we have the Inflamed Sister Thriving of the Year, Lauren Mendelssohn. She's an epilepsy patient advocate. So Ashley, you remember we met Carter in Seattle.
In Seattle. Yes, yes, I do remember Carter. Yes.
Okay, so Carter is one of our patient advocates that won the scholarship as well.
That's exciting. That's
But
good.
Carter is who connected us to Lauren Mendelssohn. She
Mhm.
does a lot of work with the nonprofit Immunocompromised Association.
Uh-huh.
And so she was nominated. And if you go and review her journey, oh my goodness, it's powerful. One sentence: through heartfelt conversations and community-centered storytelling, she inspires listeners to feel seen, supported, and empowered as they navigate their own journeys with resilience and hope. She's the creator of the podcaster Our Strength Within.
All right.
Clock that,
Love
clock
it.
that.
Okay.
Strength Within, y'all.
Mhm.
Okay. Teresa Dunstan. Now, Ashley, you tell us about Teresa Dunstan.
Listen, to know her is to love her, okay? We love us some Teresa Dunstan. She is responsible for what you see when you walk into the space of our events. Her vision, her creativity is absolutely phenomenal. And she don't half do nothing. Okay. So one thing Teresa don't do is half step. All right. She puts her all into it. And she is also a lupus warrior. Right. So she is a warrior and, just definitely embodies everything about Inflamed Sisters Thriving. And so, super excited that she is nominated. And so can't wait to hug her next. She texted me today and it really just made my heart smile, just letting me know that she was thinking of me and praying for me. So I was like, oh, so sweet.
And
community.
Community. And that's the other thing is like some of us, like for me, I wasn't raised with a brother. I found y'all, it's another story. I had a brother that found me through DNA thing, that whatever y'all be taking. I didn't take it, but one of my relatives did, and he found me. But neither here nor there. That's me talking too much. But I've never had a brother that I grew up with. And so through this community, I was able to have brothers like Parrish and like Joanne, who are advocates as well, and Joey. I have been able to build strong relationships with them. And then like with Ashley didn't have sisters that she was, right?
Right. Yeah. I have a stepsister, but we don't really have, a super close relationship. I hadn't spent a lot of time with her. But yeah, like, I have cousins, but not like sisters. So like finding this community, I really feel like I've got a whole bunch of sisters
and brothers and everything. So community is important, y'all. Like, and it's even to the point that we have this closeness, like out of the blue, we'll be thinking about each other, and it's like the perfect moment that somebody reaches out to you that maybe your own like blood relatives may not have even, thought to do so. But when you build this type of community with people who live with health conditions like you, it helps to give you that support that you never would have imagined you would have from meeting people on social media. Right. And y'all, we traveled together. We went to Seattle together this year. A group of us are going to Costa Rica for our retreat this year, but everybody's traveling here for the summit and gala. Like we see each other multiple times in the year. Okay, y'all. And we'll hit the Zoom. I have to get on her calendar though. Because she be booked and busy, you know what I'm saying? I want to say hello to Katrina Robinson. We also had Jazz Mary join. Hey girl. Jazz Mary was one of our scholarship winners this year.
Yes.
Like that clap. And she's a pretty young thing, okay, y'all? Pretty young thing who lives, she's a HS warrior, but she is a beauty. What is it? Creator? It's a name. Did I say it right? No. Ashley just gonna look at me and laugh. But she's beauty influencer. That's okay. I said it right. Y'all, look at her content. It's beautiful. But I believe why it's so beautiful is because she's beautiful inside and out. Like she is literally one. When I met her, she was exactly what I imagined she would be from what her content says. Sometimes you'll meet people and they are the total opposites of what their content tells you they are. She is exactly what her content shows her to be, like a really beautiful person inside and out. So I'm glad to see you. Dr. Steph Rosado has joined us. Chronically DMX. Hey, Darmart. How are you doing, sis? She was also one of our scholarship winners. She is going to be at the event. She and Shakira became best friends from meeting each other on social media and then us all connecting in New York at the Bridge Autoimmunity Summit. 305 Illis, what's up? Miami in the building. 305 Illich, you probably should connect with Jeromesia. Jeromesia, I think that's where Misi, that's where your background is there. But Misi is going to be in Tampa. 305 Illich, if you in Miami, you should be coming to the Inflamed Sisters Thriving Summit Gala August 1st, y'all.
Yeah.
And second, in Lakeland, Florida, right in between Tampa and Orlando at the Junior League of Greater Lakeland. Y'all, it's going down. Summit on Saturday, gala on
Sunday.
Yes. And Ashley, tell them about that gala though.
Listen, the gala, so much fun. So make sure you go ahead and get your purple dress. All right. Yes, yes, your purple gown. I was telling Jazz, I was like, girl, let me go on Fashion Nova and grab me a couple of options. But yeah, so the gala is so much fun, y'all. It really is. It's just a great opportunity to get all dressed up, to dance the night away, eat some great food, to celebrate the award winners and hear from a keynote speaker. And it's just, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Like, that's the part I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the summit too, but the gala, we get to, let our hair down a little bit.
Y'all, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Now, we feel it afterwards. But you better come ready to dance, okay? Ready to dance, right. Ready to laugh, ready to, like she say, let your hair loose. We're down to earth people, y'all. So listen, no one's stiff-necked up in here, okay? We love each other. We don't get embarrassed about anything. Like very, very few things embarrass me. Thank the Lord, because the things I be doing. And people have a totally different opinion of me than what that's the most funniest thing, is that people have a totally different opinion of me than who I really am. And then when they meet me, they're like, oh my goodness.
What did what just popped into my head, sis?
What?
I don't need it.
I don't need it. Y'all.
Inside joke, y'all. Inside.
That's an inside joke, y'all. Don't need it. Yeah, it's a song. And if you know what I'm singing, put the name of the artist in the chat. If you know what I'm singing, put the name of the artist in the chat. And here, I'm going to say it one more time. And if you do, like if you're someone who is not already attending the event, you're going to get a free ticket. I'm going to sing it one more time. Don't need it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tell us in the chat, the first person to get it right who isn't already attending. Tell me what song I'm singing. Who is the artist? If you can't name the song, who is the artist that sings? I'm going to give it one more time. Don't need it. That's it. You don't get it again. You don't get it again. LaShawn know, because LaShawn was in the car cracking up with us in March in Seattle, and they swore up and down it wasn't a song until I played the song. Do y'all remember that? Like, I was being told.
I do. We like, what are you saying? And then once we played the song, I couldn't unhear it. Like, it's been ingrained in my brain. I'll be doing something random. Exactly. Like, I'll be headed to the bakery, and then I'll be like, I don't need it.
Y'all know, throughout our relationship and the communities I've built and have worked with, I've come up with some things each time. You remember that other thing that I used to say, that money?
It's so many.
Go get this money and put it in my pocket. Yeah. That's when I used to do coaching and consulting, y'all. That's what I would do to motivate myself to do
affirmation.
To make one more offer, to just do it one more time. Because I used to, Lord knows. Okay, nonprofit of the year, y'all. Beautifully Unblemished Vitiligo support group, who is in the room too. Their founder, Tanja Johnson has taught me so much about vitiligo. Let me tell you something. The beauty of community and building community, y'all hear I'm saying it, is that you get to engage with people that you may have never had the opportunity to do before. And you get to learn things. Like each and every one of us has something that we can teach someone. Each one need to teach someone. And you have taught me about vitiligo and that journey and how it really relates so much to many other conditions, the feelings that people experience, the importance of us seeing that these illnesses put us through a mental health journey as well, emotional journeys, and compassion is so important. And being, I love the post today because today is National Skin Health Day or World Skin Health Day. And it says, I guess it was kind of like, move along. It's just vitiligo. Like it said like that. It's just vitiligo, because people will just stand and stare when people have a condition that affects their skin, rather than just saying, hello, how are you doing? Can you tell me a little bit about what you're going through? Are you okay? Things like that. No, what bothers people is that you're staring. It is not that you have questions. So use your words, people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ask questions. Don't make other people feel uncomfortable, because put yourself in other people's shoes. Okay, so Lil Nas says, "Don't want it." No, that's not the one. That's not the one. D Baby, no, way off, way off. They play all day. Olivia, who is that? Girl, I have no idea. Nobody knows. I'm going to give it to you one more chance, because we're going to be ending this live soon, because my friend is going down. Okay, she's about to crash and burn.
Can you tell? No, I'm good. I'm good.
Not until you look at how long we've been on here. So much when it comes to mental health outside of our physical differences. Exactly. Yes, we relate. All of us do. So no matter what your health condition is, what your journey is, there are similarities in those journeys, and we should not minimize a journey because we feel just because whether the person experiences pain or not. Pain is not what identifies a chronic illness or or anti-inflammatory or autoimmune disease. Vitiligo is an autoimmune condition, a chronic illness that people that rob people of their pigment, their melanin, their color, and those things are important to people who take pride in their complexion. So imagine, the experience of someone no longer identifying you as a Black woman because you no longer have pigment in your skin or melanin. That journey is, to wake up and not be able to see that. That is a journey that I don't think some of us who have conditions that you deal with pain could navigate. And with the grace and with the resilience and with the strength that I've seen in the vitiligo community, that is a total different journey. So, yeah, I'm sorry I talked about that a lot, because I've just been passionate about all that. I love learning.
Yeah, me too. And I'll say this too, sis. Like, I'm just so glad that there's so much more awareness around vitiligo now, too. Vitiligo and HS, because I can tell you now, I didn't really hear a lot about HS until probably about 3 years ago, because I had a client. I was working with a client who had it. And I kind of had to do my little research on it before we got together, but she really helped me to understand what it was. But it wasn't until I worked with her that I started hearing people talk about it. But really in the past year, it's just like taken the world by storm. And I love that. And same with vitiligo. Like I will say, like over the last year or so, I've been seeing more people talk about it and being more open about it and educating about it. And that's really what it's all about. Letting people know, like we said at the beginning of this live, that they're not alone. There are so many other people dealing with these conditions, but it takes those that are, brave and courageous to actually speak about it, to be able to help other people feel more comfortable and be able to speak about it. But yeah, that's the importance of our community and the platforms that we have, using it to really just be loud about it, be bold, and to it's just all about helping others too. Because also, like I said at the beginning, it's not all about us. It's not about us really. It's about God using it to help other people. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of how I look at it. Especially when I'm sharing my story, I try to take myself out of it, but still sharing my story, but knowing that my story is going to help someone else as well. So that's what it's all about.
I agree. Like we were put here for a greater purpose, and not
God
there.
was nothing.
Not everything is meant to serve us.
Right.
No, we were actually here to serve others, and if we follow in the footsteps of Jesus, he didn't come to be served. He came to serve others, and here he was, the Son of God, and he took the form of man. A lowly form to serve others. So that is an example of what we are meant to do as human beings. So
right.
It's important for our community to be aware of, like, there are times, so many that have been taken advantage of. It's important to look out for the real ones. There are real people out there who are here to help serve you. Now, we can't help, like, just like with the awards or with the scholarships, we couldn't give it to everyone, but we could give it to 10 people. That's 10 more than we were able to do last year. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it as next year, I would love to add 10 more. But what if I even exceed that? But we need our community to be aware that there are people who are actually looking out to do the best, do good for you. And that's why this scholarship fund is important, because the only way that we'll be able to continue to grow this is if we are able to grow that scholarship fund. The only way we'll be able to continue to grow, provide additional resources, is through that. Because what many don't know, your sponsors and your sponsors of your event, they have strict policies on what they can provide you funding for. And if those guests are not a part of, speaking for people that they're bringing out to speak for them, or to engage in one of their panels, et cetera, their funds can't cover, bringing people from someone else, somewhere else, or just patient advocates in general to the event. So I need to educate y'all on that too. So when we do this scholarship, it is literally coming out of funds that IST, Inflamed Sisters Thriving, has raised, that is separate from sponsorship money event. All right. So I won't, just in case people had it wrong, had some things wrong. Well, that can't, no. It is strict policies that those fundings cannot be used for those purposes. It has to be used for the event, for, those things, but not for funding. So when we support, it is literally coming out of funds that we have raised, that worked hard to raise, through the ticket sales, through donations that we've received outside of sponsorship money, which we don't get a lot of it, y'all. But we are thankful for what we do get, and we know that we will be blessed with more to come so that we can do more. So please, y'all, go vote. We're saying $1. We're saying $5, $10, $25. We're not saying give us $1,000. We're saying your donation is a vote for that person, but it is also contributing to a scholarship that means a lot to us and the work that we want to continue to do. So what are your thoughts, Ashley?
My thoughts are buy your tickets if you haven't already. Cast your vote if you haven't already, okay? Because this event is August 1st and 2nd, is right around the corner. And sis, when our ticket sales cut off? Do you have that date?
Ticket sales will end on July 24th. So that is Friday, July 24th, that you will no longer be able to say that again.
Yep. So 2 weeks from this coming Friday is the deadline. So what's that quote that our good sis Teresa says? Think wrong, think long.
Think long. Think wrong. And it'll all be gone.
And it'll all be gone.
Think wrong. Think long, think wrong, and it will be gone. Okay. We don't want that to happen to y'all. And if you are a warrior or a patient advocate, don't think long, think wrong, and let it be gone. Because if you reach out to me, I can at least support you in some type of way, whether that be a very good discount. And in certain situations, it might help render you a free ticket to the event, period. I tried to give y'all one, but y'all couldn't tell us the name of the song. I don't need it. Who is the singer? Yes, I say that in order for me to help navigate patients, I must go through it. Y'all have been having some songs here. I mean, not some songs, some conversations in here. LL Cool Nay came in through. Hey, sis. Hey, so good to see you. Y'all been busy coming in and out of here. But what I need y'all to do is hit the arrow above my head if you're in Instagram. This won't happen on LinkedIn or Facebook. It will happen on Instagram. You're able to see who is in, and you're able to follow them. Start to build community. Look at people's bios. See if it aligns with you. Do a Zoom call. This is how you build lasting relationships and create opportunities for yourself and others. So we need to see y'all August 1st through the 2nd. Inflamed Sisters Thriving, Your Skin Summit and Gala. We need you to purchase your tickets. 2 weeks from Friday is it, y'all. We need you to spread the word, share, vote for our IST Awards. Check out the bios and learn more about those and follow the links to their pages, etc., to learn more about them. The good thing about the IST Awards and what we do, it helps to raise awareness to other patient advocates. You don't know who clicking on there needing someone with that background who can also be provided an opportunity. So y'all don't shoot yourselves in the foot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might miss a blessing thinking that someone is trying to take something from you or trying to take advantage of you. Now that does exist, but the way that we do things is to raise awareness to others' advocacy work and to provide them opportunities that might not have been there previously. So just like look at the way that things are done, how those links take you to that person's Instagram page so that you can follow them, to that person's website so that you can follow them. I need y'all to do that. All right. Well, think long, think wrong, and it will be gone.
That's it. So rise up, warriors. Let's go.
Rise up, Warriors. Okay, the
Mhm.
time is running out. We need to see you August 1st, 2nd in Lakeland, Florida. Hotel options are there. We have a Hyatt Place for only $139 a night. We have um, Spring Hill Suites by Marriott for only $150 for a night. These are things we negotiated. Those hotels are actually double that price in real life.
Okay.
So I'm going to be on. We do work to get it affordable. Um, and then Squeeze is a free transportation that will get people to the event, to our Warriors Night Out event as well. Um, so it'll take you anywhere in downtown. So you don't necessarily have to worry about a rental car, but you can, a little Uber here or there, or get with your friends who are coming, and y'all go four on a car, not half, four. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, it has been a blessing. Ashley, take us out.
All right, y'all. Rise up. We're super excited to thrive in our skin together August 1st and 2nd, Lakeland, Florida. Can't wait to see you there. So, yeah, let's continue to speak up, speak out, share our stories, and get people to the event. So, see y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
What do we say? Inflamed Sisters Thriving. We don't hide, we thrive. And we
Mhm.
always what?
Thrive together always.
Amen. All right. Bye, y'all. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
It's still